How a sex party actually works is on the Vice channel. Shout out to them.
An orgy. So there were about 30 people in like a bunch of matches that had all been pushed together in the middle. There were, probably another 20 people around the edge. And at the end of that kind of experience, you don't really know like who you've had sex with, what they look like. You don't know anyone's name.
Mm, swinger.
So the swinger lifestyle is basically having sex with someone who is not your primary partner. That can be with your partner, that can be away from your partner, it can be at parties, it can be at swaps. There's a whole range of stuff in the lifestyle. There are parties that are very cisgender and heteronormative. There are parties that are very kink heavy, and there are queer parties as well. So if you walk into kind of one of the classic famous straight parties, you won't see a lot of kind of conventionally unattractive people. And what's quite sad is those people get kind of filtered out generally. You'll see much older men bringing these incredibly attractive women who turn out to be escorts because they won't be let in if they turn up as a single man. A lot of the straight parties are
Mm.
very white, very thin, very young, and very blonde as well. I would say generally if you're black or Asian, it you don't see as many people there. There's definitely fetishization, for sure.
Oh
I've
yeah, of
seen
course.
like these really stacked dudes
So
with these
damn.
Asian
So so
tiny girlfriends.
so wait a minute. Damn. So if I can't even get into I can't even get into this. You know what I'm saying? Like damn, how y'all discriminating against the discriminating? I can't even fucking talk. How are y'all discriminating against me at an orgy? Like that's tough. I can't even get in here. That's crazy as shit. Damn.
Partner, that can be with your partner, that can be away from your partner, it can be at parties, it can be at swaps. There's a whole range of stuff in the lifestyle. There are parties that are very cisgender and heteronormative. There are parties that are very kink heavy, and there are queer parties as well. So if you walk into kind of one of the classic famous straight parties, you won't see a lot of kind of conventionally unattractive people. And what's quite sad is those people get kind of filtered out generally. You'll see much older men bringing these incredibly attractive women who turn out to be escorts because they won't be let in if they turn up as a single man. A lot of the straight parties are very white, very thin, very young, and very blonde as well. I would say generally if you're black or Asian, it you don't see as many people there. There's definitely fetishization, for sure. I've seen like these really stacked dudes with these Asian tiny girlfriends, and they'll be on leads, and like I witnessed two guys who look like that literally swapping leads with for the women. And I don't know whether those women were into that or not, but it felt quite weird. So in terms of joining an orgy, there's like various levels of etiquette. I think what's most important is you make eye contact with someone in the orgy. They normally wave you in. Solo wanking is a general no-go at any party. So, solo wanking is someone who generally presents as male, and they're normally standing in a space watching people wanking without their consent, and they're normally trying to make eye contact with you. And basically, what they're doing is trying to participate in a scene that they weren't necessarily invited into.
Damn.
There are parties for specific kinks. There
Damn. So you can't even go in there and get your shit off. You gotta like you got you gotta participate in some way, shape, or form. Like you can't just be in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Tuck it. You know what I mean? You can't be in the tuck with it. You gotta be participating, nigga. Where the fuck you at? You gotta make eye contact with somebody and shit.
There is a party which is a greedy girls and hot wives party, and it's a ratio of 6 men to 1 woman. There's female domination ones. In London, a lot of the parties have staff who will watch out for rule breaks, they'll monitor orgies, which I'm sure is not particularly a fun job, and anytime they see behaviour that's not okay, they'll normally haul someone out and probably ban them from ever coming to the club again. So the
Damn.
old like keys in a dish stuff definitely still happens. I think generally the more provincial the city, the kind of sounds really bad, like the worse the selection criteria. So I've been to some really weird parties. I think the worst one I ever went to was in Birmingham. I had an itch, and looked stuff up online and ended up going to this club run by this couple who were lovely, very nice. And the club I thought had hostesses, and actually what it was 20 men surrounding two paid hookers on like a massive ottoman and all this fucking hair. There is a whole space in Britain for old swingers. There's like cruises, there's
Yeah.
whole resorts in Mexico. I think since being in the lifestyle, my sexual boundaries have shifted quite a lot. I have kind of ceased to be shocked by pretty much any sexual behavior. Like, I have friends who are into like this.
Damn. First of all, this music is creeping me the fuck out. I'm not even gonna lie. But essentially, like nothing surprises you, basically. Like nothing at all surprises you.
Way. I have friends who, you know, are into like urethral sounding and medical stuff. Okay, so urethral sounding
What
is
the fuck is that?
taking a rod and inserting it inside
Oh
the
no
penis.
no 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 no
And
no
to me,
no no
that's
no. Oh no. Oh no. Why did you have to say that? Oh my god. Fuck. Fuck. Now I'm weak. Now I'm weak. I'm weak as fuck. I'm weak as fuck. Oh my goodness. Why did
pretty
you have to say
extreme,
that?
but like they're living their best life.
Fuck that.
I think it's really hard to balance like emotional and physical boundaries with the lifestyle. I think what can end up happening is you or the partner that you're with, if you're swinging together, can end up being so driven and obsessed by like new sex and new ways to have sex, new people to have sex with, that you like lose touch of the emotion that you two have together. I think the swinger lifestyle can be open to coercive and abusive relationships. I have been in one that was centered around swinging. In hindsight, the only reason that we were together was because I enabled that person access to the swinging lifestyle. And it was very demeaning and very difficult. It evolved into an unwanted, like 24/7 dynamic of sex. It was way too much. And like, I wasn't allowed to play with anyone who wasn't someone that he found attractive and female. I think when you're very sexually open, you see it as, oh, my partner wants this, like, that's chill, I'm chill with this. But in reality, it's like a loss of control over time. I've definitely
Mm.
seen things that make me really uncomfortable at swing parties. I was actually in an orgy pile a few years ago, and there was a woman underneath me who I'd been playing with, and we finished playing, and her male partner was next to her playing with someone else, and like I could tell that she was super uncomfortable, that she didn't want him to be playing with this other person, that she wanted to stop. There's also a lot of pressure to perform. So, you know, if you go to a party and it's a really exclusive one and the tickets were like £200 per person, for example, and you don't have sex with someone and your male partner's paid for the whole thing, you'll feel a certain type of way. You'll feel, you know, like you've let them down or whatever. So you end up in these situations where you're kind of having sex with people you don't necessarily want to have sex with people to like justify the ticket price. I think a
Oh
lot of people are
no.
sexually.
Oh damn, I didn't even think about that. Shit. So like you basically like you go to the party, you open the door, you paid your money, $200 a person, right? I walk in the door, I'm looking around, I'm scoping the scenery out. I don't see anybody in here worth, you know what I'm saying, worth doing nothing with. But if I don't do something with if I don't fuck any of these people, or at least one of these people, you know, I just threw away $200, or the person that paid for me just threw away $200. I'm gonna feel bad. I can't just let that happen. So I gotta have sex with one of these people. You know, I gotta do it. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. So in the back of your mind, you go into town with this person that you don't want to. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. I mean, there's people that will still do it, but like in the back of your mind, I mean, I don't know. I guess not really, because people be having sex with people they don't really like anyway. It happens all the time. It happens every day. So I mean, is it really that hard? I mean, I wouldn't say so, but I can see how it could be for some people.
Open and they kind of want to believe that a lot of what's happening to them is consensual. And to be clear, a lot of it is. A lot of it is people having a great time expressing themselves. But if you want to go to the police about something, for example, I haven't really heard about anyone doing that because, if you're in the lifestyle anyway, you don't want to shut the club down. And there are some clubs that ban people a lot, and it's great. There are other clubs where I have emailed organizers and said this person was abusive to me and they're not a safe person, and not even to ban them. I said, like, if they're coming to your next party that will take us for, let me know and I won't come. And they've said, oh, we don't get involved in domestics. I would say generally they're kind of straighter clubs take it less seriously. And it's really sad. And the kinkier and queerer clubs, and again, those people in the lifestyle who really care about consent, they will ban people quite quickly. There are definitely people who join the community for bad reasons, for sure. I think if you are sexually sadistic, you get off specifically on humiliating women, or you specifically get off on hurting people in a way that they don't enjoy, it's a space where a lot of people can convince themselves they're okay with things they're not.
Mm, wow. Fuck. Fuck. I mean, it wasn't really like it was that heavy hitting, but like, still, you know what I mean? Crazy, bruh. Yeah, she sounds like she was like from the UK, so she was from the UK, so obviously, like, things may be a little different over there, but somebody said when I go to a party, I just end up eating cake in the corner and talking to strangers about my holiday plans. Just sounds like a lot of effort for hedonism. Yeah. The mask wasn't for disguise. It just came straight from the club. Every swinger I've known was about as attractive as the average employee at the DMV. They tend to have full. They tend to have dull personalities and a real needy energy about them. Hmm. Well, yeah, I don't know, man. It sounds like a big no-no for me.